Hello, I'm Natasha, and I'm really glad you're here. Today, we are going to talk about something very important that can change the way you speak English forever, and that is how to speak English confidently. Confidence is not just about knowing a lot of words or having perfect grammar. Confidence is about how you express yourself, how you deal with mistakes, how you handle conversations, and how you feel while speaking. If you often feel nervous, shy, or hesitant while speaking English, don't worry, you're not alone. Many English learners feel exactly the same way. But the good news is, confidence is a skill. That means you can learn it, you can build it, and you can master it with regular practice and the right mindset. Let's begin by understanding why so many learners feel scared to speak. It often starts in the mind. Maybe you think others will judge your accent. Maybe you worry that someone will laugh if you make a mistake. Maybe you're unsure about what words to use. All of these thoughts are very common, and they stop us from trying. The first step to confident speaking is to let go of the fear of mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning any language. When you speak English, your goal should not be to be perfect. Your goal should be to express your thoughts clearly and connect with others. That is the real purpose of language. Let's do a little mental practice now. Imagine you are talking to a friend in English. You say something, and then you realize you used the wrong word. What should you do? Instead of freezing or feeling embarrassed, smile and correct yourself. You can say, "Oh, I meant to say," and continue your sentence. This shows confidence. It shows that you're not afraid of small errors. In fact, the more you speak and correct yourself, the more fluent and confident you will become. Now, let's practice with a simple exercise. I will give you a short daily life situation, and I want you to imagine yourself speaking in English in that situation. For example, imagine you are in a coffee shop. You walk up to the counter, and the barista asks, "What would you like to order?" You respond, "Hi, I'd like a medium cappuccino, please." Now imagine, you forgot the word medium for a second. Don't panic. Just say, "I'd like a medium cappuccino, please." That small pause or hesitation is completely okay. It happens in every language. The key is to keep going and not stop speaking completely. Let's try another situation. Imagine you meet someone at a party, and they say, "Hi, I'm Alex." You reply, "Hi, Alex, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you." Then you can ask, "So what do you do?" These simple introductions and small talk phrases are great for building confidence. The more you practice them, the more natural they will feel. You don't need to speak fast or use big words. Just be clear, friendly, and relaxed. Also, don't underestimate the power of listening. Listening carefully helps you respond better. If you don't understand something, it's perfectly okay to say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "I'm not sure I understand. Can you explain?" These are confident phrases. They show that you are willing to keep the conversation going, even if something wasn't clear. Another important step to speaking English confidently is to build your comfort with the language through daily repetition. Repetition helps your brain to remember the sounds, patterns, and rhythm of English. It creates a muscle memory that allows you to speak naturally, without overthinking. One great way to do this is through shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a sentence spoken in English and repeating it right away, trying to match the pronunciation, tone, and speed. You can do this with short conversations, news clips, or YouTube videos. Choose something you enjoy. For example, if you hear someone say, I usually take the bus to work, pause the video and say it out loud. I usually take the bus to work. Do it again until it sounds smooth. This exercise trains your speaking muscles and boosts your confidence. Let's try a quick shadowing exercise right now. I'll say a sentence, then leave a short gap. You repeat after me. Ready? How's your day going? It's been really busy today. I'm looking forward to the weekend. Now let's try a small conversation. Listen and then repeat it out loud. Hi, do you have a minute? Yes, sure. What's up? I just wanted to ask if you're free this evening. Let me check. Yes, I'm free after 6. These kinds of conversations are very common in real life. Practicing them regularly builds your automatic response system and makes you feel more prepared when you speak with someone in English. Speaking confidently also means preparing for the situations where you are most likely to use English. Think about your daily life. Do you talk to people at the store, at work, on the phone, with classmates? Try to imagine those situations and prepare sentences you might use. Let's say you are at a grocery store. You can practice saying things like, Excuse me, where can I find the milk? Or, Do you have any fresh strawberries today? These are simple questions, but practicing them aloud helps you feel more ready when you face the real situation. Now, let's do a role play together. Imagine you're in a supermarket. You ask a staff member, Hi, can you help me find the cereal aisle? The staff replies, Sure, it's in aisle number 5, next to the snacks. You respond, Thank you so much. This simple interaction might last just 20 seconds, but every second of real practice makes your brain more comfortable and confident with English. Practicing these kinds of role plays daily can completely change how you speak over time. Another tip for gaining confidence is to slow down your speech. Many learners think that speaking fast means speaking well, but actually, when you speak too fast, you may feel more nervous, and it's easier to make mistakes. Instead, take your time. Think before you speak. Use pauses to organize your thoughts. For example, instead of rushing through a sentence like, I think I'm going to be a bit late, try saying, I think I'm going to be a bit late. This calm and controlled way of speaking gives you more confidence and also makes it easier for the listener to understand you. Let's practice slow and clear speech together. Repeat these sentences after me, with a little pause after each phrase. I'm learning English because I want to travel and meet new people. Sometimes I feel nervous, but I keep trying, and I'm getting better. Speaking English every day helps me feel more confident. You see, the slower you speak, the more confident you sound. One of the best ways to build your English confidence is to speak alone. Yes, you don't always need a partner. Speaking English with yourself is a powerful way to practice fluency and gain confidence. You can describe your day, talk about your plans, or even pretend to have a conversation with someone. For example, when you wake up, you can say, Good morning. Today is going to be a great day. I have a lot of things to do. First, I'll make breakfast. Then I need to check my emails. Speaking to yourself out loud helps your brain get used to forming sentences in real time. It also helps you get comfortable with your own voice. In English, this removes hesitation and builds your speaking muscles, just like exercising at the gym. Let's try a self-talk exercise together. Imagine you're getting ready for work. You can say out loud, Okay, I need to find something to wear. It looks warm outside, so maybe I'll wear a t-shirt and jeans. I'll grab my bag, phone, and keys. Oh, I can't forget my water bottle. Keep going with small talk like this throughout your day. You can talk about what you're doing, what you're feeling, or what you're thinking. For example, I'm feeling a bit tired today, but I have to stay focused. I have a meeting in the afternoon. I need to prepare for it. Maybe I'll take a short walk after lunch to clear my head. These daily self-talk moments become your private practice sessions, and they are very effective in making your English sound more natural and confident. Another important point is to celebrate your small wins. Sometimes, learners feel frustrated because they think their progress is slow, but confidence grows when you notice and appreciate your improvements. Maybe today, you remembered a new word while speaking, or maybe you said a sentence more fluently than before. These are real achievements. Say to yourself, I did it. I'm getting better. This kind of self-encouragement makes a big difference. It gives you motivation to keep going and builds a positive mindset. Here's a practice activity for self-encouragement. At the end of your day, take 1 minute and say out loud what you did well in English. For example, today I spoke to a delivery person in English. I asked him where to place the package. I understood his reply. That was a good conversation. Or, I watched an English video and repeated the phrases. My pronunciation is improving. When you do this regularly, your brain starts to focus on your strengths instead of your fears. This is the mindset of a confident speaker. Also, try to avoid comparing yourself with others. Every learner has their own journey. Some people speak faster, some use bigger words. That doesn't mean you're behind. You have your own path, your own goals, and your own progress. Comparing yourself to others can make you feel less confident, which is not helpful. Instead, compare yourself to your past self. Ask yourself, do I speak better than I did 3 months ago? If the answer is yes, then you are growing, and that's what really matters. Let's finish this part with a confidence-boosting speaking practice. Repeat the following sentences out loud. I am improving my English every day. I have the courage to speak, even if I make mistakes. Every time I speak, I learn something new. I believe in myself, and I'm proud of my progress. Saying these affirmations daily can train your mind to be more confident. Over time, your thoughts become your actions, and your actions become your new habits. Let's now talk about vocabulary and how it affects your confidence. One of the biggest challenges English learners face is finding the right words quickly while speaking. When you don't know the right word, it can cause hesitation or silence, which can hurt your confidence. That's why it's helpful to learn words and phrases in groups or in context, rather than memorizing long lists. For example, instead of learning the word hungry by itself, learn a few phrases around it, like, I'm feeling hungry, or let's grab something to eat, or I haven't eaten all day. This gives you ready-made phrases to use in real conversations, which makes you feel more confident while speaking. Let's do a practice activity for this. Imagine it's lunchtime, and you're speaking to a friend. You can say, I'm starving. Do you want to grab some lunch? Your friend says, Sure. What do you feel like eating? You reply, maybe something light, like a sandwich or a salad. This small dialogue helps you build confidence in expressing hunger, preferences, and making plans. Try to build similar conversations in your daily practice. You can create short stories around your everyday experiences and talk through them in English. Another way to build confidence is to simplify your speech. You don't always need complex words or long sentences. It's perfectly okay to speak in simple, clear sentences. For example, instead of saying, I am experiencing difficulty in comprehending the matter, You can simply say, I don't understand. Or instead of, would you mind assisting me with this task? Just say, can you help me? Simple language is not weak. It is powerful, easy to understand, and helps you speak smoothly without pressure. Let's do a quick simplification practice. I'll say a longer sentence, and then we'll say a simpler version. Here's the first one. I am not entirely certain about the solution to this problem. Now say, I'm not sure what the answer is. Another one. At this point in time, I don't have any available options. Now say, right now, I don't have any choices. By practicing how to say things in a simpler way, you train your brain to respond quickly and naturally in conversations. It's also very helpful to learn and use transition words in your speaking. These are words like first, then, after that, however, because, so, and finally. They help you connect your ideas and sound more fluent and confident. For example, instead of saying, I went to the store, I bought milk, I came back, you can say, first, I went to the store, then, I bought some milk. After that, I came back home. These small words make your speech flow better, which boosts your confidence. Now let's do a quick transition practice. I'll give you some sentences, and you repeat them out loud. First, I wake up and take a shower. Then, I eat breakfast and check my messages. After that, I start my work for the day. However, today I was feeling a little tired. So, I took a short break before my meeting. Finally, I finished my tasks and relaxed. Practicing with transition words helps you organize your speech and feel more prepared when you speak. You can also use fillers to give yourself time to think while speaking. Native speakers do this all the time. Fillers like, well, you know, actually, I mean, or let me think, are normal, and they help keep the conversation moving, even if you're pausing. For example, if someone asks you what your favorite food is, and you need a moment to think, you can say, well, I guess I really like pasta, you know, with cheese and tomatoes. Well, fillers make your speech sound natural and reduce the pressure to respond too quickly. Let's now focus on body language and its impact on how confident you feel when you speak English. Even though our video has no visuals, you need to be aware that body language silently supports the words you say. When you sit up straight, keep your shoulders relaxed, and speak clearly, your brain automatically feels more confident. Try it now. Sit up, take a deep breath, and say, I can speak English confidently. You'll notice that just changing your posture gives you more energy and presence. Confidence is not just in your words, it's in your posture, your breathing, and your expression. Even when you're on a call or practicing alone, your body posture affects how fluent and calm you feel while speaking. Here's a little confidence body language practice. Imagine you are in a conversation. You keep your head high, smile, and make eye contact. If it were face to face, then you say, that's an interesting point. I hadn't thought of it that way. Or, thanks for sharing your idea. I think I agree with that. Just by acting confident, you trick your brain into becoming confident. Over time, this becomes your natural speaking style. And the more confident you feel, the more naturally your words will come. Another confidence-boosting habit is to ask questions. Many learners feel nervous because they think they always have to lead the conversation. But that's not true. Good speakers are also good listeners. Asking questions is a smart way to keep a conversation going without feeling too much pressure. You can ask simple questions like, what do you think about this? Or, how was your day? Or, can you tell me more? These short, friendly questions make you look confident and interested. And when the other person replies, you get more listening practice and time to prepare your next response. Let's try a question practice now. Repeat these questions out loud. What do you like to do in your free time? Have you seen any good movies lately? How do you usually spend your weekends? Can you explain that a little more? Where did you learn that? These questions are very useful in conversations with friends, classmates, or even strangers. The more you ask, the easier it is to keep talking without stress. Sometimes, confidence also comes from being prepared. If you have a presentation, an interview, or even a phone call in English, take time to prepare what you want to say. Write down some key points, practice saying them aloud, and review useful vocabulary. For example, if you're going to a job interview, you can practice answering questions like, "Tell me about yourself," or "Why do you want this job?" Or if you're going to meet a new friend, prepare a few things to say about your hobbies, your city, or your daily routine. This preparation gives you a mental safety net. When you know what to say, you don't feel nervous, and you can speak with confidence. Let's do a short preparation exercise. Imagine you're introducing yourself in a class. You can say, "Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Jakarta. I'm currently studying business, and I love reading novels in English. I'm here to improve my speaking skills and meet new people." Try saying this out loud, or replace the words with your own story. The more you practice introducing yourself, the more comfortable you'll feel in any situation. Remember, speaking English confidently is not a one-time achievement. It's a process. You build it every day, with small steps, through practice, repetition, mistakes, and correction. The more you speak, the stronger you become. It's just like learning to ride a bicycle. You might fall at first, but you learn by doing. Speaking is the same. Keep going, keep speaking, and your confidence will grow naturally. One more powerful technique to improve your confidence is to record yourself while speaking. Many learners avoid this because they feel shy or don't like hearing their own voice. But this is one of the most effective ways to identify your mistakes and track your progress. Choose a simple topic, like your favorite food, your daily routine, or your last weekend, and speak about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Then, listen to the recording. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Just notice how you sound. Ask yourself, did I speak clearly? Did I hesitate? Did I use the words I know well? Listening to your own voice helps you improve pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Over time, you'll notice fewer pauses and a more natural flow. Let's do a speaking prompt you can use to record yourself. Talk about a normal day in your life. Start with, "I usually wake up at," and then explain everything step by step. "I usually wake up at 7. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I eat breakfast and start work around 9. During my lunch break, I sometimes go for a walk. In the evening, I relax by watching a movie or reading a book." You can repeat this every week and compare your recordings. You'll see how much better and more confident you become each time. It's also helpful to create a support system around you. Try to find a language partner, a study group, or even an online community where you can speak English regularly. The more you surround yourself with English, the more naturally you will begin to use it. If you can't find anyone to speak with, even messaging in English or joining a speaking challenge online can help. The idea is to make English a regular part of your life, not just something you study, but something you live. You can even set small speaking goals every week. For example, this week I will introduce myself to someone in English. Or, I will record myself speaking about my weekend. Or, I will speak for 5 minutes every day. These small goals add up to big results. When you set goals, practice regularly, and track your improvement, your confidence grows stronger and more stable. Now, let's do one final practice together to close the session. This is a routine confidence building paragraph. Repeat it after me. I am learning English step by step. I know that confidence comes from practice. I am not afraid of making mistakes because mistakes help me grow. Every word I speak takes me closer to fluency. I believe in my progress, and I am proud of how far I've come. Say it again slowly and feel the meaning behind every word. This mindset will help you speak, not only correctly, but also with energy, courage, and joy. Speaking English confidently is not about being perfect. It's about being brave, consistent, and positive. The more you show up, the more fluent you become. So, keep speaking, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself. Confidence is not something you are born with. It's something you build, one sentence, one conversation, and one day at a time. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this lesson and found it helpful, make sure to subscribe to English in Minutes so you never miss a new video. Every week, we bring you simple, powerful lessons that help you speak English naturally and confidently. I'm Natasha, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep practicing and keep speaking. Bye for now.